The night begins quietly in Seoul, but across the world something electric stirs in the air, as millions of fans prepare to celebrate a moment that feels far bigger than a birthday. Because when Min Yoongi turns a year older, the world seems to pause and listen. In apartments glowing with soft purple light, on crowded city streets lit by towering digital billboards, and inside the silent glow of laptop screens at midnight, one name begins to echo again and again. SUGA. There is something poetic about the way the celebration unfolds. No single stage, no central stadium. Yet the entire planet becomes a shared venue where music, memory, and admiration converge. For many fans, the night begins not with fireworks but with a song, the gentle opening notes of a track Yoongi once produced, reminding them how one quiet producer from Daegu managed to compose the soundtrack of so many lives. As the clock inches closer to midnight in Korea, social media timelines begin to transform into rivers of purple hearts, old photos, handwritten messages, and edits celebrating a man whose artistry speaks louder than any spotlight. Somewhere in New York, a massive screen flickers alive in Times Square, displaying a simple yet powerful message. Happy birthday, Min Yoongi. And for a few seconds the noise of the city fades behind the glow of admiration. Meanwhile in Tokyo, subway stations quietly display birthday ads funded entirely by fans. Elegant posters portraying Yoongi's calm gaze as commuters pass by, some stopping briefly to take photos of the moment. The magic of the night lies not only in its scale but in its intimacy, because even with millions participating, each celebration feels personal, as though every fan is whispering a thank you directly to him. Across Southeast Asia, cafes play playlists dedicated to his music, the atmosphere warm and reflective as strangers bond over lyrics that once comforted them during their hardest days. In living rooms around the globe, ARMY communities gather online, their screens filled with laughter, nostalgia, and the shared joy of watching old performances that remind them why Yoongi's presence feels so irreplaceable. What makes this celebration remarkable is the quiet strength behind it, because Yoongi has never been the loudest voice in a room, yet his impact resonates in ways that thunder across generations of listeners. Years ago, he was simply a teenager with a dream and a relentless belief that music could become his language, even when the path ahead seemed uncertain. Tonight, that same dreamer is being honored by fans scattered across continents, each one carrying a piece of his journey in their hearts. The digital world transforms into a mosaic of memories as videos resurface. Studio clips, concert moments, interviews where Yoongi's wit and wisdom reveal a mind both sharp and deeply reflective. Many remember the stories he once told about struggling as a trainee, hauling equipment through rain and exhaustion, long before stadium lights and global recognition. That perseverance has become part of the mythology surrounding him, turning a birthday celebration into something more meaningful, a tribute to resilience. Music critics, cultural writers, and entertainment journalists join the conversation as well, publishing reflective pieces about how Yoongi reshaped the soundscape of modern pop. They speak of his production style, the way he blends raw emotion with intricate beats, crafting songs that feel both intimate and monumental. Yet beyond the artistry lies a deeper connection, one rooted in honesty, because Yoongi has always spoken openly about fatigue, pressure, and mental health. That honesty has transformed him into more than an idol. It has made him a voice for those who struggle silently. As midnight finally arrives in Seoul, fans across time zones align their clocks, their voices counting down together despite thousands of miles between them. When the moment arrives, the internet erupts with messages of celebration, turning the digital landscape into a glowing constellation of love and gratitude. Some fans post letters filled with heartfelt words, describing how Yoongi's music helped them survive heartbreak, loneliness, or moments when hope felt distant. Others simply share a quiet photo of a candle beside an album, a gesture small in scale but immense in meaning. Back in Seoul, somewhere inside a familiar studio space, the man at the center of it all might be sitting quietly, headphones around his neck, listening to the faint echo of a melody yet to be finished. That image, Yoongi alone with his music, captures the essence of his story more perfectly than any grand spectacle. Because even on the night the world celebrates him, he remains the same artist who fell in love with sound before fame ever entered the picture. The beauty of the moment lies in its contrast, a global phenomenon unfolding around a person who values simplicity above all else. In Paris, Berlin, Manila, and Jakarta, fan gatherings take place under glowing city lights, strangers united by the shared understanding that Yoongi's voice once reached them when they needed it most. There is laughter, nostalgia, and the occasional tear, because music has a way of preserving emotions long after the moment has passed. Throughout the night, tribute videos circulate online, blending concert footage with quiet behind-the-scenes clips that reveal Yoongi's softer side. Each frame tells part of a larger narrative, one of creativity, discipline, and the rare ability to transform vulnerability into art. As dawn approaches in Korea, the energy of the celebration slowly softens, replaced by a peaceful gratitude that lingers in the air. For fans, the night has never been just about marking another year in his life. It is about honoring the countless moments when his music provided comfort, courage, or clarity. And so the story of this night becomes something more enduring than a birthday. It becomes a reminder of how one artist's honesty can ripple outward across cultures and languages. When the sun finally rises over Seoul, the celebrations fade into memory, but the feeling they created remains alive. Because somewhere, in another city waking up to a new day, someone presses play on a SUGA song for the first time, and the cycle of connection begins all over again.